Good morning. It's February 2nd, 10 o'clock in the morning. The markets are open. We are looking at the AirCanada today. Let's get started. Quick disclaimer that this is just how I see the markets. This is not a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any securities. Last time I left you, we were inside this box here. The market just broke out. We didn't quite get to this 1954 area that we marked on the chart that we thought that's going to be a very strong area to break through in order to go even further down. And after the little bounce here at close to $20, we broke into this box, was not able to hold the price above that area. So price did not close above this area here, and the market finally fell and retested this 1954 exactly, almost to the point right here, as you can see with this red candle right there. So this red candle here retested it, and we had a bounce off again from that area, as I was expecting to do. Now we are back in this box here. We have 3 hours and 22 minutes for the market to close. So now we are back in this area here inside the box. This is a live candle, so it's still not confirmed that we are breaking in with the candle in here, this one here. So it's still not confirmed that we had a successful breakthrough inside the box. What we are waiting for to happen basically is for this candle to close inside to tell us that the bulls are located at this area, which we know exactly that they are from before, from the past. They showed their hand at that area as well. But we need this candle to close and confirm that this is the move, right? So once we close inside, we need market to come to this $22 area, around there. Come back. Okay, give us a clear signal. Then we can continue on going long from there to this area on top of the box, which we can clearly see that it's a huge resistance at the moment, and you can see that matches as well to this resistance before. If we look at this green candle here, when we broke in, we were not able to close the price inside the box. You also can see the top of this candle here matches exactly the 50% area here. So we are still stalling at the 50% area here, which is a 2137 area. Okay, so we need a clear confirmation of this candle to close, and then to pull back to retrace, or the market to correct itself, give us a clear signal to go long if it's going to be strong enough. This could be another fake attempt to get into this box, and the market could fall again here and give us a better signal to enter on the better price, right? So that's what I'm expecting it to do. And that's AirCanada. I'm moving on to Tesla, and I want to show you what happened here. As I mentioned before, no market can sustain this kind of a straight up growth. Okay, so we had this stalling here in this triangle, if you can see it here, and then the market broke out, came again to this area to retest, failed to break out. Okay, and then I said I would like to see the price to come down, to retrace to this area here, to this trend line that we draw just for illustrative purposes. And that's exactly what the market did to give us a better entry at $800, right? So that's what it was. I said if this is not going to be holding, then it would be nicer to come down to this 695 area and then bounce from there, going up. Okay, this is a 4 hours, and we can clearly see this triangle that I drew, right? We can clearly see this breakout, and you can see all these candles here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles here. This whole area right there, 9 times it was tried to break out of this 886 area, right? It was not successful. and then the market finally corrected itself. And where does it correct itself? Well, if we look at that triangle, this is the last low that we have here to lean on. This is the last low. I drew this black line through that low just for the illustration purposes, so you can see it right there. We have this trend line that we marked on the daily charts, so we know that the market was going to the upside. Market did correct itself, retested it once, twice, and then did give us this little fake out, right? And then, so the bears pushed the price down. They were expecting to go even lower, all right? Was not able to hold that kind of a price below this 803 area. And then finally we get this beautiful signal here that confirms that this area 803 is strong enough for the market to bounce from. You get this bullish candle here to take the market to the upside again. So you had a nice entry right there at 803, which was confirmed with these in this area here. So, and the candle at the signal, this signal here confirmed that that move is right. Also want to show you something, that as you can see that this one was test, this one was test, and then this was a fake out inside candle, and then the market opens above, right, above this line here, okay, and then we get this signal here, which is this engulfing bar here, engulfs this little candle here inside that, okay. Also what it does, because if you can see how this trend line is going to the upside, we can see that the price closes also up above the trend line. So basically what's happening with the trend lines, if you're going to look at the trend lines, right? So everything above the trend line, right? Everything above trend line, so above in this area here, this is called a buy zone. If the market breaks below the trend line, this here, all this below trend line here, everything below trend line is a sell zone, right? This is a sell and this is a buy zone if you're going to be using trend lines, right? So everything below this line here is a sell zone, this is a buy zone. So this candle here, this green one, basically closes the price above the trend line and confirms that this is again back in the buy zone, and the market continues on. Right now we are approaching this 886 area here, and that's something to look for. I'm expecting for the market to break out again, retest here, and then continue on, okay. So that's what Tesla is doing. We are looking at the TSX Composite Index at Toronto Stock Exchange, basically. Last time I left you with this resistance area here, we can see the market came to that 1797 area. We had a breakout here. This was a breakout, okay? And the price did close above. However, in the next session right away, the price closed below the line, and we get this doji, this indecision candle, which is right there inside, and it's below this line as well. So it's confirming that this breakout was a fake out. This did not break out the right way. Okay, so if the next session closes below, it's basically a fake. It's not a real breakout of this area here. In the next session we have another rejection of that level, and then finally bears take the market down almost to this trend line here. This is all again for illustrative purposes here to show you we are still in the buy zone. We can see this, we are still in the buy zone. If the market breaks in this zone here, so below this trend line here, this would be the sell zone, all right. And if we look where the market stopped, well, if you look at the last low, which was right here, also matches where the market stalled there, and then we went up. Now we're coming again, and we're closing in on this resistance. It's 1797 with this candle right here, okay. So what I'm expecting to do, again, another retest, another attempt of the breakout to the upside. So hopefully if that happens, market will break out, pull back, retest it, and continue on bullish in the bullish move. This is how you mark resistance and support levels on the chart, right? So that's the low that we were looking at on the weekly chart, and you can see that this candle here stopped right on the bottom on that, like right on that line here. You can see that this was also boxing. If I draw a box around here, you can see that support and resistance was clearly defined right here in this area here, and you can see that this was also right there. So this was just bouncing inside here until it broke out, and now we are basically back. We are going back to this area here to try to break out of the weekly chart. This is something I want to show you. This is how I go by every single week. If you want to learn how to trade, that this is how it's done, right? So basically what I do on a weekly chart, I take the line tool and I look at where the price is located right now. Like, take a look where the price is located right now. All right. So what do we see on this chart? I'm not interested in these areas right here because that's just too far back in history. So we have this little box in here, or we have these candles that were going just nowhere, right? But we also see that there was a level that the market stalled. Okay, so this is where we are right now. Okay, so we can see clearly that this is the top of these candles, and I'm going to mark it. All right, we can see this candle created a high, the top of it. Then this one was not able to break out. This one was not able to break out. This is on a weekly chart, guys. Okay, this one was not able to break out, so this creates actually a perfect resistance right here. We know that that's a resistance. The market was stalling at this level. We know that market was not able to go through it. Now what we had a breakout out of this area here. Clearly the market closed because you can see the top of the candle. This is the top of the body, pardon me, of the candle that closed above, so the price closed in a positive. Okay, in a bullish move, market went up and created this high. This is the high right there. This is the high. Okay, then we had this inside candle, so I was not able to break out this high, and then we had this candle that pushed the market down here. This is not an engulfing candle here, so did not, but it did break the low of this candle here. So what I'm expecting to do, what I'm looking at right now, is the market to come down to this area here, to retest this area of resistance, former resistance. Now it's turning into support. And if it's strong enough to give us the signal from there, some kind of signal, that the market is going to continue on from there. This is one way of looking at the market. Okay, I'm going to also show you another way. What I'm seeing here, I can see this high, so I'm going to mark that high. Okay, I will mark that high. So what we have now, we clearly defined resistance and support. We have a support level because the market is above, and we have resistance, market is below. So market is in between these two lines. If I switch to daily chart now, okay, now we can see why the market stalled at this level here. On the daily chart, we have another level of resistance or support. This is going to be support because this is, the market is above it. So what happened? Market broke out, retested this area, moved on. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 candles not able to go through this area here, so 27,606 area, and then the market continued on. We made this high. Market was in this box here. We created this boxing. This was clear area of support and resistance. Okay, you can see market was just bouncing inside. It was not going anywhere. All right, and then we finally broke out of that box. Now where we came to? Well, we came to this area here that the market created on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days basis. So 1 week of trading was happening in this area here. Then the market was not able to break down. Okay, and what's happening right now here? Since we have this resistance that's turned now support because the market was coming down. Okay, we stopped almost exactly to that point here, almost exactly to this point. If I would readjust this line here just a little bit to the top of this candle here, to the top of this candle here, okay, because we can see that this one was included in this area, right? You can see that the market actually stalled right on the dot. You can see it here, and here, exactly match. Do you see it here? Right here, and you can see it right here. They're to the dot, okay? And then the market bounced from there. Probably on a lower time frame, I would say like 4 hours or 1 hour or whatever chart you want to look at. This area would show some kind of a signal for the market to go through. Now we are back at this boxing because you can see that the market was inside here and created this support and resistance area. Okay, we can see now that exactly that level 28,362, the market is stalling. This candle was not able to go through. Now this candle is having a hard time to break through this. Okay, if that manages to happen, well, good, market will continue on, most probably find some resistance here. But what we are expecting it to do is to come to this level here that we marked as a super resistance. All right, and if it breaks out from there, okay, because we are expecting it to do on a weekly chart, right, then we have this again, breakout, pullback, retest, move on if it's strong enough to do it. Okay, you can also continue on in this bounce in here, in which case this top of this box is going to become more significant than this just a little top right here to break out. So we would look for the breakout out of this box. Market comes down, pulls back, retests, and then continues on from there if it's strong enough to break out. Okay, and that's how you analyze the market. That's basically how you analyze the market. You look at all these candles are telling you all this, the whole story of the market, what's happening, and how to read it. So this is where we are right now. We are looking at this, entry into this box again in this consolidation level. The market was going sideways basically for a while because it was not decided where to go, if it's going to continue on up or it's going to continue down, right? So right now we are back at this. Now it's resistance, and we are trying to break into this box here to see if it's going to continue on, well, basically sideways, or if it's going to break out of this box. And that's how you analyze the markets. That's basically how it's done. We are looking at the standard lithium, and I'm going to show you again the same example here. Okay, so what we are looking at right now is where the price is located at this point of time, and I'm going to delete this just to show you what's going on here. So we had this high, this was in the past, all right, and then the market bounced back, recovered. We have this boxing here, okay, and then we finally come back to this area here. We fiddle at this area once, we try to break through it twice, 3 times. We finally have a breakout here, okay. Market moves on, all right. We create this high again, high here. Never able to go through, not able to go through. Market pulls back, okay, pulls back and finally breaks out of this area. This is a resistance area now, and now that we are above, now this is turning into support, right? So we create this high here. Market comes down to retest it, rebounds, and we come back again to retest it here. So the market breaks through onto the other side. All right, we find the low. This is the low. Market in the next session, so we had a breakout onto downside by bears, but bulls pushed the price up, and we had this green candle closing as a green candle, right? Because it opened right here with the gap, and then it went down, and the bulls pushed the market up. Tried to break through with this. You can see the wick of this candle. It was not able to hold the price. Right away in next session, we have another breakout out of this area with this candle here, and the market finally closes. The price is closed on the other side. Then what we have, we get this inside candle. This is an inside bar which closes again, so that means that bears pushed the market down. You can see this huge wick down. Bulls pushed it back up again and closed the price above. this candle here is inside this one here, and this one here is the same size as this one here. All right, so this one is inside the previous candle. The next one breaks the top of this inside candle and shows us the move of the bulls. The bulls are strong enough to go into the market and push the market to the upside. We can see the bears try to break down. They were retesting this area here again. You can see like this is a very good resistance support level. You know, it keeps on going up and down basically, and then the bulls again close the price above the previous candle and also above this support line. Today we have this live candle here that is trying to make a new high, and which it did. This was the high, this was the high, this was the high, and this candle finally breaks out. Now let me clean this. What we have here is basically we have a boxing of the price at this level. If you can notice here, the price is basically going sideways. It is very, very bullish. It's going to break out. Just so you can recognize now these patterns that are happening constantly on the charts, right? You can see that the market goes a little bit sideways and then it breaks out and it continues on. So we are going a little bit sideways here. We can see that the bulls are fully in control here. All we need is a good breakout out of this box, and then the market will take us to this last highs, which was a 4.60 area right here that you can see here. I can't confirm this breakout because this candle is still alive. You can see here it has 3 hours to go. So basically that's how you measure the market and you interpret what the market is trying to tell you. We can see again what was marked. We had a perfect resistance here. You can see it. This was the resistance right there. The market pulled back and then finally broke out. Okay, we broke out of this resistance. Now this is a support level. We also broke out and came here. We created this high. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, and then on the 8th day we finally break out of this area here. So this candle here broke out of this 44.62 area, and the market continued on. All right, this area here and this red line here is marked just because of the past. I marked it from the past. This is the huge resistance area, and now it's slowly turning into support because we can see we have a breakout here with this candle on a daily chart. The market broke out now with this candle here. I can't again say that this is not a fake out, because you can see the market retested this area once and was not able to hold the price above. Today we are holding a price above. Again, we have 3 hours to go to confirm that, but if that happens, we're going to have a breakout. Market will come back, retest, and probably give us a better opportunity to get into this market. Okay, this is the safe way of doing things. All right, that is the safe way of doing things. Okay, so if you look at it on a weekly chart, what happened here, this is why I marked this line here. I'm not going to go too far, but we can see that the market created this low. So as it was coming down here, okay, we broke through this area and went all the way down. We can see when we broke this area here, the market did this and then was trying to go back, was not able to, and then we finally broke out onto the upside and we fiddled in this area for a long time. We created this low here, and this is on a weekly chart, so this is why I marked it. Then we pushed back into the upside. We came down again, and then we had 1 retest, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 weeks of trading at this area here, not able to break the price down until this candle right here, this red one that broke finally down, and we went all the way into this area here. Again, we came to this area here, we broke down, we see the low here, we broke down here, came back and created this high, which is why this this line is marked, and this line was marked because of this low here and because of this area right here. Okay, so we can see that these are significant now. Now you can see why this line here is very significant, because you can see you have one attempt here, second attempt to break this area, once here, once here. This is in weeks of trading. So you had this area here, clear area, market broke through it, was not able to hold a price anymore here. So this is again very significant, again significant, again significant. So this is why this line here is marked from previous, and we can see that the market is at this level here. We are trading at a 54.41 right now. We also see that this high matches the high that we marked also on a daily chart, which was at $38.20. Okay, we can see this little black line that was created only on a daily, but you can see the breakout here. We created this high, then the inside candle, and the breakout again, and we continue on. Okay, so this is how the markets are basically measured, and this is how I look at the markets. So I would give you this opportunity to just open some kind of a empty chart, anything, and then just start doing a little bit of analysis for yourself. Try to find these areas, and once you find these areas, you're looking for support and resistance, and once you find that, just continue on. Three things have to match in order for us to do the successful trade, and that is basically a trend, which we can see right now it's on the upside. We always look right now like what's happening the most recently right now. So this is where the trend is going right now. Okay, we also see that we have this support and we have this resistance area, so that's what we marked, right? And then all we are looking for is also a signal to get us into the trade to continue on. So if this breakout here is successful, then we wait for the pullback and then signal to go up. Okay, how far can the market go? Well, you can see the previous areas of resistance where the market stopped. Okay, so you can see that we can go almost to $70 area. That would be our target for trade, basically, if you're getting into this kind of a trade. So that will be the area that we will be looking for another significant resistance to be broken out, and then market can do again what it does all the time: breakout, pullback, give us a signal, and continue on. This is Sasha. This was an educational video today. I hope you liked it. I hope you understand more about how to read the markets. In the next video, I will cover more stocks. I just wanted to show you exactly how my system works as far as defining these trades or defining the market and reading into it. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so, please do. I really appreciate all my subscribers. Please do smash that like button. That creates more visitors to my channel and helps me make more videos. I do apologize for yesterday and not being able to make a video. Unfortunately, life happens. I was not able to make a video yesterday, so thank you again for watching. I will make another video tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you learned something. This is Sasha. Peace out, and talk to you soon.